This is all about the polarization of Canadian people, and about climate change. Because the other day there was a survey saying most young people, most millennials, say climate change is a huge issue. And yet so is the carbon tax and affordability. John Capobianco is a big shot conservative. He joins me right now because I want to put a question to you. We have so many people who have been educated, brought up in generations saying climate change, we have to have the carbon tax for climate change. If you come into power, and I believe your platform will be to get rid of the carbon tax, how do you deal with all these people who say it's the answer, even though I don't think it is the answer?
Well, it's not the answer. I think it's a safe answer for some people who want to take an easy way out of it. And I think that what we're seeing now more than ever is carbon tax, and the burden that it puts on to consumers is getting more and more. So people are starting to realize that. Take grocery prices as an example, Stephen. Grocery prices are through the roof. And some people are blaming the grocery store, some people are blaming the farmers, but there's a whole supply chain between when something gets out of a farm and when they get onto shelf of a grocery store.
And
a lot of those things,
gasoline.
That's the carbon tax. So at the end of the day, some of the carbon taxes add to the increase of prices. So when people start realizing that it gets back onto the consumer and the consumer prices go up, they're going to be a little less worried about the carbon tax.
But then there's still going to be people saying, well, we have to do something about climate change. Climate change is real. And yet other scientists are saying, no matter what Canada does, we're still going to have climate change. I mean, we could close off everything to have climate change.
Well, and climate change is a problem. There's without a doubt. Everybody's
so how are you going to deal with
that.
the polarization that's going to come about?
But I think what you have to do is incent businesses and make sure that there's enough of a level playing field for innovation. So companies that are coming into this have that ability to be able to innovate now to make sure that their products and their issues are a little bit more climate friendly. In other words, we're seeing governments now tripping over themselves, in Ontario especially, on electric vehicles. The number of electric batteries that are going to be produced in Ontario over the course of the last little while is huge. So that's the kind of stuff that I think is going to help bring down some of the combustion that we're seeing.
But now we have the federal government saying we need to educate Canadians to like electric vehicles more. There's a survey. They say that we have to educate them. And yet, why is the government now telling people what they have to buy as opposed to somebody making electric vehicles and making them better? So people want to buy them instead of being told they have to buy them.
Well, and what drove me crazy was the subsidies that governments were throwing at these companies back in the early days where there's, you've got to buy a Tesla, but you're going to have $50,000 to buy it and stuff. Well, what incentive is that to do? But I think if you provide the product, and the product is something that Canadians want, and it's something that they feel that they're going to enjoy, but also it becomes practical and enjoy the climate as well, or not damage the climate, then I think more people will buy into that product.
Sounds like less government telling you what's good for you and let the market decide.
Yes, as always.
John Capobianco, thank you very much. 3 minutes. Justin Trudeau is now on the record as saying that social media is destabilizing, and he wants to bring in censorship to determine what can be put on and not on social media. That is wrong. Please support this station, and please add your address so I can write you a letter and thank you for supporting freedom of speech.